Hey, YouTube, we're back. We're back for another episode. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode because next week's going to be a really busy week. I don't know how much time I'm going to have to edit, but we got some really great books in, I guess, an abbreviated episode tonight. But before we start, I got to bring this up because I know I'm really excited. I don't know if you guys are excited or not, but last week or the week before, the new trailer for the new Han Solo Star Wars film came out, and I am extremely psyched. I'm so excited.
It looked cool.
I will say I am cautiously optimistic considering all the production rumors about like changing directors and then story needing to be reshuffled, and I will never be fooled again with the trailer. I'm big enough and not proud enough to admit that the Phantom Menace trailer fooled me into thinking it was actually something of a decent movie. So all I will say is the proof is in the pudding. Watch the movie, then see.
Okay, first of all, I don't agree with Jose. Jose is always bashing the Phantom Menace.
I am saying I'm cautiously optimistic.
But anyways, my point is, no sooner has The Last Jedi left the theater, I don't even think it's left the theater, but we already got the new trailer for the new Han Solo Star Wars film, and I am psyched.
Yeah,
I'm
Memorial
psyched.
Day weekend.
I am excited, and I can't wait.
There we go.
Anyway, so let's get started here. Just thought I'd throw that in there. It wouldn't be me if we didn't have at least some Star Wars talk.
So hopefully we'll edit in some snippets from the trailers then maybe?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we're starting with Jose, and Jose's got some really cool books, and we're starting with I remember when this one was out. And wow, Howard the Duck #1. Wow, Jose.
Yeah, two books from our youth. These books came out a year apart. They're from January 76 and January 77. So we're starting off with the Duckmen here. This is Howard the Duck #1 from January 1976. It's the first self-titled Howard the Duck ongoing series book. So this book segment is about #1 books, non-key first issue appearance. So in other words, Howard the Duck and the second book, these are not the first appearance of these characters. So he was created by writer Steve Gerber and artist Val Hyrick. Howard first appeared in Adventure into Fear, issue number 19, cover dated from December of 1973. And he had several subsequent series that chronicled his misadventures of the ill-tempered, anthropomorphic funny animal trapped on a human-dominated world.
Nice.
Yeah, his adventures are generally social satires, while a few are parodies of genre fiction with a kind of metafictional awareness of the medium, if you know what I'm saying. Basically, the books are existentialist, and the main joke, according to writer Gerber, is that there is no joke. That life's most serious moments and most incredibly dumb moments are often distinguishable only by momentary point of view. Now, this is diametrically opposed to screenwriter Gloria Katz, who, adapting the comic for the screen for George Lucas, declared, well, it's really a film about a duck from outer space. It's not supposed to be an existential experience. Now, therefore, I'm underlining why that Lucasfilm was a serious bomb. The filmmakers and writers did not understand the basic appeal of the character to comic fans and readers of the book.
Exactly.
Exactly. So, Howard's debut in this first titled series guest stars a plethora of Marvel superheroes. Of course, we can see on the cover there Spider-Man, Conjurer, and many more. So in this issue, Howard's thinking of committing suicide, and then he finds himself involved in a bizarre adventure where he meets Beverly Switzer and Spider-Man for the first time, and he faces off against Pro Rata. Yeah, he's kind of like the financial wizard villain, and considering what the markets have done this week, I can kind of understand with a wizard like that, messing around with our heads there. Okay, so the 47th Overstreet breakdowns for this are 35, 63, and 90 in the 8, 9, and 9.2 grades. These are two of the three books I picked up in a bundle deal from our good friend Retro Rare Sandyman, the other being a Black Goliath #1. They are all generally in about a VF 9.0 to VF plus to VF near mint, so 8.5s, 9s.
Cool.
The second book.
Wait! Just got one quick question for you, Jose. You said Beverly Switzer. That's no relation to Barry Switzer, the old coach for the Dallas Cowboys.
None relation at all, I don't think. Hey, we do have to have a shout out. Yeah, I'm glad the Eagles won.
Okay,
Go
pull
Eagles.
this away now, right?
Yes, pull it away so we can get to the second book. Now, it's apropos that I'm showing this book in this probably this episode we posted around this time that the Black Panther releases. It comes out next week on the 16th of February. This, I finally picked it up for a reasonable price. Black Panther issue number 1 from January 77, first self-titled Black Panther ongoing series book. Here we are with the first self-titled ongoing Black Panther. Alas, it did not last very long. Right now in the market, of course, with a movie just dropping next week, this key issue has already seen a very, very nice spike in demand and value.
Yeah.
Movie scheduled to, I guess, again be released on the 16th next week. This very first Black Panther series sees the return of the character's creator, of course, none other than King Jack Kirby, back to the Marvel camp from the distinguished competition from DC.
Nice.
Yeah. However, he was not very happy about returning to this character that he had already worked on extensively on before, because he wanted to work on new characters. Jack Kirby would leave after about issue number 12, and the series canceled with issue number 15. Like I said, this is the second book of that 3-book bundle. It says 150, I think there. I believe I basically broke it down to like saying that, I paid 200 for both, all 3 books. So I priced this one at about 150 Canadian. Overstreet, I think, is very low on this. Again, it doesn't reflect the rise in value of this book recently. The 47th edition shows only $38, $69, and $100 US as the 8, 9, and 9.2 grade splits. At about a 9.0, I think you could get the better part, at least of a couple $100, if not more US for this book. So, it's a nice pickup.
It's not a bad copy. I'm seeing a little bit of spine roll there.
Yeah, so I would say it's about an 8.5 if I'm being cautious.
Yeah. Anyways, those are fantastic books, Jose. Thanks for bringing them in.
Hoy, hoy. Okay, for Mike's first segment, wow, the first book is the latest version of Suicide Squad. This is the Chosen One Part 1 series. It seems like issue 33. This is a nice swipe of the, 90s black cover pickup book that you remember you got from the Batcave? You showed that book. This is a nice swipe, Mike. Wow, good book. Nice cover.
Yeah, well, this is interesting because is it loved or is it hated? Because
I really like it.
It's a first appearance of Juan, and that's the guy who's screaming in the corner there.
You can't help but your eye be turned to him, yeah? Of course, you got Harley across the way there, so there's always that.
But, reading Henry Knowles. Henry Knowles is a god as far as comic book reading and whatever. Hates this series. Says this is cruel. The whole 9 yards. He does not like this. I have to agree to a lot of what he says when he blogs about this series. In part, a lot of it is, it's supposed to be funny. This is the first issue that I actually found a little bit funny.
Probably very gallows black kind of humor for considering the theme and content of a book where you're gonna knock off one of the characters.
This issue is basically a wrong place, wrong time kind of thing. So I could kind of relate to it. He does lay into reference of Star Trek, red shirts, and the whole 9 yards. So I kind of got that. But I read all 32 before this. Never saw any humor in it. If this is supposed to be funny, yes, this is a very bad series. I have to agree.
Well, very nice pickup, and it's a black book too.
The art is good.
Yeah.
It's got Harley Quinn in it, which is very popular. Suicide Squad because of the movie. This is volume 5. Trust me, if you're gonna buy anything, maybe a first appearance of Juan might do something for you, but I would not recommend. Especially
if not, he's the one who's going to be losing out and getting killed off or knocked off the island there.
Yeah. This is not. So I have to go with Henry on this one.
Oh, okay. Very cool book, Mike. Like I said, small chance maybe of an increase if people are gravitated towards the nice black, hard to get book in good condition to keep it good, and because it's a swipe, man. It's a good book to pick up.
You got something else behind there, Mike?
Yeah, we got behind the book
there. What do you got there?
I got a little Neil Adams.
Oh, and some Neil Adams action.
Nice.
Very nice pickup. I've been sharking up on the Adventure 12-cent books because they're not getting the love in the market right now. You can pick them up in mid to higher mid grades, so I'm talking like 6 to 8s for reasonable prices. If you spend your time looking and are discriminating, you can pick them up for a good price. And looks like you did. I love this book, man. It's got the two lasses tossing the boys, man. Girl power. We got Supergirl and Light Lass tossing Superboy and Ultra Boy. Very cool.
Yeah, I picked this up at obviously our favorite con, which we're going to go to next week.
Toronto Comic Book Show next Sunday on the 18th.
Sure,
Yes. We have con withdrawal fever, man. We are itching to get to the first con of 2018.
Absolutely.
You bought that one there?
That's exactly where I got that. I got that from them, and I paid a nice low price on that. Well, it's about a double. I paid about it works out to I would say $22 US versus $40 US was the value.
And you picked it up at the last con.
I don't know if it was the last one or the one before. I had some of these books sitting in the box.
So many cons, so many books, hey, Mike.
You called me today, caught me off guard, and said, "Hey, bring some books." Okay, so I brought a book.
Oh, it's
So,
cool.
it's a very nice
You can't
book.
go wrong with Neil Adams covers.
You cannot
I love a Neil
deny
Adams.
that. Yeah.
And I can't go wrong with that. When I see stuff like that, nice, clean, it's about a 7. It has some issue. There is some issue in there, which brings it down to a 7 because the corners are sharp and all that. But
Oh, okay, so let's say we're trying to hedge around and saying that, a cover sells itself, man, in this day and age with the political climate being what it is.
Yeah.
Girl power rules. You get the lasses tossing the boys, and it's a nice classic artist like Neil Adams. Pick it up.
oh, it just crushed.
Fantastic book, Mike. Thanks for bringing it in.
Okay, the gauntlet has been thrown. This is some nice golden age eye candy from the big Silver Age dude himself. Wow, nice, good girl cover snag. Way to go.
Yeah, thanks, Jose. I wouldn't actually call this dropping the gauntlet. It's not like the 10-cent covers you used to show. But it's a nice little pickup I picked up last week at Retro Rare. And again, I don't know if you'd call this a collector piece, more of a conversation piece. But it's obviously it's Candy, number 64. Candy was I guess a series that was published by a company called Quality Comics. Quality Comics was in business from 1937 till around 1956 before they shut down their operations.
I wonder why they did that.
Interesting enough, this is the very last issue of Candy.
No, is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Get out. Really?
And it doesn't even say last issue on the cover, I guess.
No,
Yeah.
because you know what happened, why I alluded to what dropped the hammer in 1956 on a lot of these publishers.
Yeah.
We need not mention that. We've mentioned it before.
Exactly.
It's got one word, Dr. Wortham.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyways, the last issue probably coincides with the collapse of the company, and is the last issue of Candy. It's kind of cool. Not worth a lot of money, but it's still kind of an interesting, like I said, little conversation piece. So I'm just going to give you a quick breakdown. Oh, sorry, by the way, July 1956 is the published date for this.
Beauty.
So according to the Realm, in the 9.2, 8, 7, and 5 grades, you've got 58, 50, 33, and 1140. See, I just did it like you usually do your pricing. Isn't that cool?
Wow, that's pretty mean. But then again, wow. You know, but it's a nice headlights cover, and you picked it up for like $25, which is about $20 US. Again, I think those prices, there's something to be said for them because, again, while I'm not saying this book is uber rare,
No.
it's gonna be scarce in the ground, and anything above a 6. And while I'm not saying that the grade of this book is a 6, it's still a very nice, appealing, whatever it is, 4, 4, 5, 5, whatever it is. You know what? A great pickup for that kind of money, all day long.
Yeah,
All day long.
nice little golden age goodie. It obviously is not a Superman or a Batman, but it's good enough for the girls I go out with.
Yeah, but what I
There
say,
you go.
we're gonna have a fight.
Okay, so now that I just showed only my third 10-cent cover in my entire collection in all history, Jose decides to administer the beatdown.
I'll grab one of the many that I have. I think I have over 30 10-cent titles
I've
by
only
now.
got 2, so fight.
So
It is a fight.
this is absolutely fantastic, Jose. So have at her. What's
All
up
right,
with this
so
book?
my reply is from the great publishing house, Fiction House. This is Fight Comics, issue number 71, from way back in November 1950. Now, I've noted it countless times, but I'll remind our viewers again that covers have become a dominant driver of comic book value, trailing only first appearance issues in importance in the current marketplace. At the moment, some of the hottest comics on the back issue market are the good girl art covers of the golden age. Attractive females on comic covers seem all the rage, and if the female is tied up and about to come into harm, the books become twice as hot. Now, I won't comment on what that says about our social norms, especially in the hashtag #MeToo age that we live in, but I will say that collectors want these books, okay? The golden age of comics is a treasure trove of these covers. There has to be hundreds to choose from. The setting may change depending on the title, from warehouse to asteroid to dungeon to jungle, and the peril may change from monsters to aliens to Nazis to gangsters, but the motif stays roughly the same. Girl tied up and boy coming to the rescue. Why mess with a successful formula?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so having said that, this issue of Fight Comics number 71 messes with that formula. I'll point out that Sheena, the Queen of the Jungle, is first appeared in Jumbo Comics issue number 1 way back in September of '38. She is the genesis of all these kind of good girls. She proved to be a hit for Fiction House, and that led to the creation of a numerous other Fiction House Jungle Girls like Tiger Girl here on this cover. This is a great action cover, emphasizing that help comes to those who help themselves. Tiger Girl is no damsel in distress. She takes a length of chain attached to one of her ankles and swings it, hoping to catch that scimitar-wielding mounted Berber right on the old schnoz. Yeah, this animal-clad jungle girl is ready to take on any villain and does not need to be rescued. The guide has Fight Comics issues of this range, which 71 comes in, grouped in one price. In other words, it's not broken out. I think we'll see some separation on here on the cover over the next few years as collectors of good girl art show their demand for the better covers. So the 47th Overstreet price break for this books are $66, $132, $216, and $300 US in the 6, 8, 9, and 9.2 grade splits. This is a tough white cover and it's in very good condition for its age. I would grade this to be a higher mid-grade. I am hoping confidently that it's at least a 6.57. I'm hoping for a 7, a fine, very fine book. So to get a 7 guide, you would add the 66 and 132, which roughly gives you about $200 US, you know, so you divide it by half, it's $100 US. They got 110 Canadian. No brainer.
No brainer,
No
yeah.
brainer at all, and I love it. I love it. I would chase that all day long.
All day long.
Thanks for showing me up, Jose. I show a 10-cent cover, and then you top my 10-cent cover with a better 10-cent cover.
That's the game of poker, or should I say comic books these days? Yeah, you show your ace card when you need to. You pull it out and you just do it.
I only buy superhero.
No, I love the good girls. They're so
Oh,
good.
they're awesome.
It was a 10-cent cover, and it's a good price. I buy. I don't care. I don't give a shit what it is.
Oh yeah.
Anyways.
I gotta give me some of those.
Anyways, that's it, guys. Short and sweet tonight because next week is going to be a very busy week, and also our next episode will be coming at you from the Toronto Comic Book Show.
Yes, dudes. Yes, guy.
So
Be there.
So we're going to have some live footage from the show, and we're also going to show what we pick up. Hopefully we'll pick up something good.
So that's never certain in your case,
Well,
Paul.
it's never certainty in my
Yeah.
case. But anyways, we're looking forward to it. Stoked about going out and hopefully.
First con of 2018. Can't wait to get there.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
So anyways, guys, if you like what you saw, leave a comment because we love reading them and we will always respond. And we will see you next time.
Hoy hoy.
Special guest Mike. Yes.